We are trained from birth to find safety in numbers. We are told to fit in, to collaborate, to network, and to seek the approval of the community. But the reality of high-level success is brutal. The crowd is a liability. The herd does not want you to build an empire. The herd wants you to stay in line. The moment you share your dreams with average people, you invite their fears, their limitations, and their mediocrity into your mind. You begin to compromise your vision just to keep them comfortable. If you want to achieve what 1% of the world has, you must be willing to do what 99% of the world fears. You must embrace apex isolation. Apex isolation is not a state of loneliness. It is a state of unshakable sovereignty. It is the deliberate choice to remove yourself from the social noise, the gossip, the fake celebrations, and the shallow connections that serve no purpose. The master understands that every second spent trying to please the crowd is a second stolen from his mission. You must stop looking for teammates before you have even built your own strength. An army of sheep will still be slaughtered by a single wolf. 1 o'clock to 2:15. Part 2. The Marcus Aurelius Formula. Marcus Aurelius ruled over the entire civilized world, yet his most profound realization was that his greatest power lay inside his own mind, entirely independent of his titles or his subjects. He famously wrote in his journal, "People look for retreats for themselves in the country, by the coast, or in the hills. There is nowhere more quiet or free from trouble than a man's own soul." He didn't look to Rome to make him strong. He looked into the void of his own mind. He knew that an emperor who relies on his palace for comfort is not a king. He is a prisoner. You must apply this formula to your modern life. If your confidence depends on how many notifications you have on your phone, you are weak. If your discipline depends on whether your friends are working with you, you are weak. You must build a version of yourself that can sit in an empty room, in absolute silence, and still feel entirely complete, entirely focused, and entirely lethal. The furnace of isolation burns away the need for external applause, leaving behind nothing but raw, concentrated will. 2:15 to 3:30. Part 3. The Secret Wealth Strategy. True wealth is built in the dark. The most dangerous men in the world are not the ones flexing their cars or announcing their business deals online. The most dangerous men are the ones who move like ghosts. They practice the strategy of hidden leverage. While the world thinks they have disappeared or failed, they are quietly acquiring assets, sharpening their skills, and mastering their cash flow. They don't look for the social status of wealth, they look for the absolute control that wealth provides. When you go dark, you stop leaking your financial energy. You stop buying things to impress people you don't even respect. You stop spending your time on meetings that could have been an email. You channel all your capital, your time, and your intellect into a single, focused point of execution. This is how you build a financial fortress that no recession can touch. By the time the world notices your success, you have already secured the high ground. You don't have to fight for your place, you already own the territory. 3:30 to 4:45. Part 4. The Iron Wall of Detachment. To survive the modern matrix, you must develop a radical level of emotional detachment. The world will try to pull you into its political drama, its social arguments, and its emotional traps. It wants you angry, it wants you reactive, and it wants you divided. The moment you react emotionally to an external event, you have allowed that event to dictate your value. You have broken your own frame. The code of the apex isolation requires you to look at everything with a cold, analytical eye. If an event does not directly affect your character, your family, or your empire, it does not exist. Treat insults like the bark of a distant dog. Treat praise like a passing cloud. Neither can add a single inch to your stature nor take a single brick from your wall. When you are emotionally detached, you become invincible. Your competition cannot bait you into a trap because they cannot find the emotional strings to pull you. You remain static, heavy, and dangerous. 4:45 to 6. Part 5. The sovereign arrival. Stop looking for permission to be great. Stop waiting for a mentor to guide your hand or a community to validate your progress. Stand on your own 2 feet. Marcus Aurelius gave us the ultimate standard: to stand erect, not be kept erect. Your life is your responsibility. The loneliness you feel in the shadows is not a sign of failure. It is the price of admission for exceptionalism. The top of the mountain is always quiet and it is always cold. If you want the view, you must learn to survive the climate. Continue to execute with absolute precision every single day. Let the mediocre play their small games. Let them seek the lights, the parties, and the temporary status. Your target is eternity. Keep building your fortress in the dark. Keep sharpening your logic in the silence, and keep stacking your victories without a single witness. When your empire is finally complete, the world won't just witness your power, they will have to live in the reality you have created. This is the code. This is the eternal mindset. If you are ready to cut the dead weight, embrace the shadows, and rule your reality from the position of absolute independence, subscribe to the eternal mindset. Join the few who choose the path of the Titan. Stay calm, stay cold, and conquer in isolation.